There are men of courage everywhere.
Now I am here with Big Sean.
Yeah.
Real big. This is real big, okay? Now you are an ambassador, a man of courage here today. Can you tell me what defines a man of courage in your eyes?
Somebody who is considered, somebody who thinks about more than just themselves, somebody who steps up and considers the whole surroundings, the whole neighborhood, the whole community, and bosses up and delivers on it. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way that how we could really get forward and really just advance everything we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Advance society, advance. It's like how technology advance and all this. Like people need to know what's going on in their communities, and we got to advance that too from the inside.
What we're trying to do is to identify men from all walks of life and get them to start talking about what they've done, the tough road that they had to go through to get to where they are. We've had failures, but we've had more successes than failures, in my opinion. But nobody likes to talk about that.
A lot of times, especially men I'm 31, they always talk about trying to make a change in the community, but don't actually do anything. So I've been actually in the streets, teaching the kids, mentoring kids for about 7 years now. So a day like this means a lot to me because even this event, Men of Courage, is a lot to me because I believe I'm courageous. I took the actions to teach what I know to, kids and the teens.
Until they're surrounded with the consistent love that says, hey, black boy, regardless of whatever else society says about you, what you see on TV, you have value and you have a right, the God-given right to create what you want to create for yourself and your life. Once we get that, then we can start holding them accountable. But until you have self-esteem, you believe that you're worthy, that God loves you too, it's hard to do. So for myself and my friends, it's come on, fellas, let's as many times as we can get it in front of as many.
I have to know, what would you consider a man of courage? There's a lot going on in today's world. We're still, a lot of black men and young boys of color are still being oppressed. You saw the situation that just happened with H&M and other things that are going on in the world. So how do you define a man of courage?
I think just a man with substance that stands for something. You got to just stand up for anything you believe in, whatever it is. I feel like people notice when you actually just stand for something and you really believe in something. And I think when you carry yourself like that, that means a lot, and that shows your courage.
Now, there's a lot of men and, young men and boys of color who look up to you. What would you say to them in terms of valuing themselves, affirming themselves in the beauty that they have?
I mean, well, if they look up to me, just know I look up to them because I respect them for respecting themselves and the potential they have. They can go way further than just being what I am and whatever I've done. And I've done some great things for my family, for my, my mom, my people, my community, my city, my listeners, anybody who got love for me. But they can go above and beyond that. You know what I mean? So I'm a fan of that.
Mr. Jerome Bettis, and not only are you an NFL Hall of Famer, but you're also a man of courage, and you're an ambassador here today. So I have to know, what does a man of courage mean to you? What does being a man of courage mean to you?
It means that I'm able to leave a legacy for the young men that come after me, and I'm able to walk this path because of the legacy that's been left in front of me.
For myself in particular, it's really about following through on the things that you believe in, and walking from a place of courage, walking from a place of strength and operating from a place of just really believing in yourself and the things that you really set your mind to. Those things can be really hard in the world where there's so many distractions and social media, especially working in a field like entertainment, it becomes very difficult, but really sticking to, some of those core values that you were taught, be it family, religious, your own personal, from the things that you read. Just for me, it's about sticking to those very core things, operating in that space, meeting people that kind of, can support you where you are,
when it comes to black people, black men, black boys in particular, it's always the negative that's highlighted. I mean, we've got guys that are great fathers, that are, that are great husbands, that are great business people, great in their communities, and we just want to, as much as we can, promote that.
My main thing is just like, I think I make music for the dreamers, like the young kids with big dreams. So I just try to motivate people. That's like my main thing with my music, is just be motivational, inspirational, and it just takes me everywhere.
Martin Luther King Jr. to have an opportunity to have an event like this on his birthday, it really symbolizes to me the next step, and that we need to pay it forward. All the hard work that he put in for us, it's time for us as men to step up for the young men of the next generation.
Yeah. What would you say the Football League can do, the NFL can do in general to help encourage more men of color?
Well, I think it first needs to understand the issues that we as black men deal with in America, and once they understand that, then it's ways that they can get behind us in terms of supporting some of the initiatives that we as black men are starting to get involved with. An event like the Men of Courage event, to get behind it and really enlighten it and show, because you have to always understand that the NFL is all men, and these are all men of courage, and that they have an opportunity to have a voice and speak out, and allow them to use that voice to benefit everyone.
Yeah.
I think the truth needs to be told to them, that it's probably 0.1% of young black men that can make it into professional sports.
Yeah.
So it's very tough, it's very difficult. You not only have to be good, but the timing is really important. So trying to get athletes of today to look back where they came from, and they're at the height of their careers, we want them to give back, and we want them to sit down and talk to these young people and let them know what we expect of them and what they can achieve. So they don't necessarily have to play professional sports, but they still can be very successful in life.